Hi everyone, it's your girl Nicole Noza, and welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is doing okay, and welcome back to the Townie Makeover series. We are on episode 5 with the Langraabs. I think that's how you say their last name. So if you haven't already, make sure you like the video and subscribe to my channel. And don't forget to hit that notification button so you can stay up to date with all of the Sims shenanigans. So let's get started. We are doing what we usually do, looking for some inspiration. At first, I was gonna do, I still am doing real people, but I'm doing people that play fictional characters. So yeah, I feel like with the Langraabs, I think that's how you say their last name. Um, with the Langraabs, I feel like you need to use fictional characters because of their whole plot story. So you may think that the Langraabs consist of a family of 3, but they're actually a family of 4. So we have Joffrey, we have Nancy, and we have Malcolm. However, we all know that Johnny Zest is also the son of Jeffrey and Nancy, but they don't have a relationship with him because he decided to take a different route in his career. So yeah, they basically exiled him. So, anyways, we are with Jeffrey Landgrab, and his traits are family oriented, good, and outgoing. And his career is the lead detective. So, he is a pretty good guy, and I feel like the reason that he doesn't have a relationship with his oldest son Johnny is because of Nancy, and you'll see why in a minute. But yeah, so the inspiration that I chose for Jeffrey was from a show called Modern Family, and the character that inspired Jeffrey's look a little bit was Phil Dunphy, who is the dad, well, I guess one of the dads in Modern Family. And the reason I chose Phil Dunphy is because of Jeffrey's traits. And I feel like Phil would love to be a secret agent as well. So if you guys don't know what Modern Family is, it's basically a TV show about 3 families and how they basically mingle with each other. And it's basically like a mockumentary. So think of like The Office or Parks and Recreations. Think of it like that. It's just like family style. I didn't notice this before, but Phil Dunphy wears a lot of flannels, like a lot of flannels. It's a shirt and tie, and if it's not a shirt and tie, it's a flannel. If it's not a flannel, it's a sweater. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. So yeah, now we're on Nancy Landgrab, and she is the wife of Jeffrey, and she is ambitious, snob, and a materialistic what? Anyways, her career is a criminal and she is a minor crime lord. So, as you can see, there is a very stark difference between Jeffrey and Nancy. But I think Jeffrey is in complete and utter love with Nancy and will let Nancy do anything. And I feel like she would keep Jeffrey on a pretty tight leash, but also kind of, be very much a seductress towards Jeffrey, but she honestly looks so mean. I mean, now she doesn't because I gave her a makeover, but she looked so mean. So the person that I that I got inspired from, I was going to use a real person, but I decided to continue to use a fictional character, and I chose Cersei Lancaster. Lancaster? Yeah, Cersei Lancaster. So if you guys don't know who that is, she is from Game of Thrones, and I feel like their personalities go hand in hand. Cersei was such a bitch, and I hated her guts. So yeah, I based Nancy off of Cersei, and what I did was use modern English clothing in order to dress Nancy, because I think the person that played Cersei is from the UK, or at least I know she's from Europe. So I just picked up modern English clothing, but I wanted to like spice it up. I didn't want it to be like too conservative, because Nancy has some assets that she wants to show off because she paid for them, so now she wants to show them off. Uh, so yeah, I just wanted to make sure that her style was still a little bit on the sexy seductress side. So now that I used Cersei Lancaster as inspiration for Nancy, I obviously had to use the worst character of Game of Thrones, Joffrey, who was the son of Cersei, and he was an evil little I'm glad that he got. But anyways, the same thing that I did with Nancy is the same thing that I did with Malcolm. I just picked out English fashion trends for teens, and I just went with that. So it was basically button-up shirts, pea coats, button-up shirts, pea coats, and Converse shoes is all I got for Malcolm. Oh, I forgot to mention that Malcolm's traits are evil and snob. So I think they just work perfectly hand in hand. I think Nancy would be doting on Malcolm because Malcolm is basically like Nancy. And so, lastly, we are on Johnny's Zest. And the person that I chose for Johnny's inspiration is Nolan Gold. I think that's how you say his last name. And Nolan Gold actually plays the son in Modern Family. I think his name was Luke. I'm pretty sure it's Luke Dunphy. And just like Luke Dunphy, Johnny Zest is ambitious, he's a goofball and also outgoing. So he has a lot of qualities from his dad, Jeffrey. So that's why I chose Luke Dunphy as kind of inspiration. But I use clothing from Nolan Gold, who plays Luke. I'm sorry if that doesn't make any sense. So, like I was saying before, I don't think Jeffrey Langraab wanted to exile Johnny. I think that was all Nancy's idea because Johnny and Nancy are so different from each other. And I know you guys are thinking, well, maybe Jeffrey got upset with Johnny because Johnny didn't want to be a secret agent like his dad, and Nancy got upset with Johnny because he didn't want to be a crime lord, so they just exiled him. But remember that Jeffrey is family oriented, and a family oriented sim, I don't think they would disown their child like that. So we are now at the end, and these are the final looks. I hope you guys like their newly makeover, and I'll just let this play like I usually do. My favorite look for Jeffrey is the winter look because it reminds me of the episode when Phil Dunphy fell off his motorcycle and he thought that he was stranded. And Nancy, she honestly looks like a boss babe. And I can see why Jeffrey is smitten by Nancy is because, she keeps it classy, but she also keeps it very sexy and seductress like. So, in my opinion, I feel like Jeffrey would still have a secret relationship with Johnny. Like, he would still meet up with him, he would still make sure, he was living okay, and he would keep that a secret from Nancy. I feel like that makes the most sense. But yeah, poor Johnny. He just wants to be the best comedian he can be, and they're not trying to let him shine. But you know what? He's going to shine on his own. And I'm definitely rooting for him. This is the end of the video. I hope you guys liked this episode's makeover. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel for more content. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys again. Thank you again. Bye.